Did you know that Corrupt dissed Mobb Deep, Tribe Called Quest, and Jeru The Damaja on an unreleased track featuring him, Tupac, DJ Quick, Threat, and Daz Dillinger called NY87?
Nigga, we Mobb Deep, so fuck you, Jeru, and any Tribe Quest to compete.
Damn!
NY87 is a West Coast diss cut built around the Dogg Pound, which consists of Daz Dillinger and Corrupt Young Gotti. It featured appearances by Tupac, DJ Quick, and Threat. It circulated for years as an unreleased bootleg track, and it later appeared on compilation releases and fan and bootleg channels. The Dogg Pound were the core artists on the track. NY87 is basically a Dogg Pound posse cut. Tupac appeared on versions that began circulating online. Pac was fully aligned with Death Row in 1995 and 1996 and frequently jumped on West Coast posse records. His verse on NY87 is consistent with the period when he was actively taking shots at East Coast rivals. His vocal presence explains why the track is often cited as a Tupac diss track, even though it's technically not. DJ Quick opened up the song on some of the versions and is credited as a featured artist.
Yo, this is DJ Quick. Taking a second out with the Dogg Pound to let y'all know something. If you're looking in the source mag and don't see me, it's because them niggas on the east is the enemy.
Threat was a rapper from LA who was also on the song. Y'all remember Threat? No escape, can't get away, dumping with them funky rhymes. Fool it out, niggas run like snot. Nowhere to hide. That was my joint. Threat was making a lot of noise back then. I for sure thought his career would have been bigger than it was. NY87 was aimed squarely at East Coast artists, mainly the Notorious B.I.G. and Bad Boy, Mobb Deep, Jeru The Damaja, and a Tribe Called Quest. The track was allegedly recorded in late 1995 or early 1996. One commonly cited dat real date is December 14th, 1995. That situates the recording right as the East Coast-West Coast feud was intensifying. This was right after the Dogg Pounds, New York, where Snoop was kicking over those buildings. And right around the time, Tupac was active with Death Row and doing high-profile diss tracks like Hit 'Em Up, Motherfucker, I'm from N.E.W. Jers, where plenty murders occurs, no points of commas, we bring the drama to all you nerds. I'm sorry, whenever I say Hit 'Em Up, I gotta do at least a little bit of one verse. It's the OCD in me, sorry guys. But the Dogg Pound allegedly performed NY87 live during some early 1996 shows. I tried researching who produced the track, but I had very little luck. Short answer, there is no single universally accepted official producer credit available in public. And believe me, I looked. The production credit is murky in the whole bootleg world. Daz was producing a lot for Death Row back then, but there's no definitive proof that Daz produced this particular track. Many people think just because DJ Quick is on the intro that he produced the track. However, there is no proof that was the case either. Many YouTuber and uploader tags differ because the recordings have been re-edited and remastered by collectors. So, no definitive, widely accepted official producer credit is preserved in major labels' published liner notes. Likely because the recording existed in rough DAT form or circulated as a bootleg and only later showed up on compilations with sparse metadata. So why wasn't the song NY87 officially released? Many sources point to the following reasons: label, legal, and strategic reasons. They felt the track was, because it was an explicit East Coast diss with named targets, that made it risky. Death Row and partners had to watch potential lawsuits, publicity blowback, and internal politics between record labels. Many Death Row era posse diss cuts circulated only as dat reels or live performances and didn't get formal single treatment. Another reason given was, after Tupac's passing in September 1996 and the eventual collapse of Death Row's internal operations, many tracks sat in vaults. They were incompletely documented, or they were later issued in different forms on compilations and digital releases. NY87 largely lived in that bootleg world. It circulated as an unreleased track in bootleg for years. It showed up on fan sites, showed up on YouTube, and it was later included on Dogg Pound's compilation Doggy Bag that was released in 2012. But for decades, it was a vault bootleg item rather than a proper Death Row single.
Now who the fuck is this I hear on the radio? Dissing me, B-I-double-G-I to the E.
Kurupt was always one of my favorite MCs. From the time I heard him on the Chronic album, he stood out from the rest. Since then, he has pretty much stayed in my top 10. And this verse on this album shows why. And this is when he was at his purest, rawest form. At this point in time in hip hop, there was not a better MC than Kurupt. And I was so glad he was representing the West. They went after Jeru The Damaja. Jeru was hard. I think he went after Jeru specifically because Jeru had some lines in his music that were perceived as dissing the West Coast. I do remember that specifically. I still bump Jeru to this day. I'm not sure why he dissed A Tribe Called Quest. I got to look more into that. Obviously, we know why he dissed Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep was one of the only East Coast, if not the only East Coast cats coming straight at the West Coast head. They didn't give a damn. Havoc and Prodigy were not playing around, and they were ready and about that business, and they were representing the East Coast like the Dogg Pound were representing the West Coast. But what do you guys think about this unreleased track, NY87? Comment down below. And please hit that like button if you have not already. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, you just might appreciate this bonus clip I'm about to play for you right now. This song right here, when I heard this song, I played it back to back probably 30 times, 40 times, I'm not even exaggerating. I played it all night long, back to back to back. That CD was scratched within 3 days from being played so much. I ran home when I heard this song and let my little brother hear it. We have a moment together with this song specifically. I'm talking about Nas and Ether. Boom, FJZ. What's up? I mean, come on, dog. He lyrically destroyed Jay-Z. Takeover is not one of my favorites. I mean, it's a good song, don't get me wrong. I love that album that Jay-Z did that had Takeover on it, Blueprint. That's my favorite Jay-Z album of all time. Probably top 10 albums of all time. But Takeover, compared to Ether, in my opinion, from a lyrical standpoint and just at that time and remembering what I remember at that time, 2001 era, there was nothing like Ether. And going back to that beat, I mean, let's see who made the beat. Who made the beat? Let me see. Ether producer. Is it Ron Browse? Ron Browse made that beat, huh? I mean, that beat stands the test of time. And Jay-Z had no chance after that. A lot of people up until recently would say Jay-Z won the war. Nas won the battle. Jay-Z won the war. But I think Nas is doing really good now. He's doing very well now. He sold his stock in Ring and made a ton of money of that. He has so many investments and things like that. So one is to assume that Nas is doing well. So all things being hindsight 2020, I'm going to have to go with Nas winning that battle. In my opinion, Nas won that battle. Hands down, period. Jay-Z had some good lines in there, though. Don't get me wrong. The leaving condoms on the baby seat and all that stuff, that was all good stuff, man. To me, as a hip-hop consumer, I was consuming it. Keep it coming, baby. Bring it on. I need more. Give it to me. Oh, man. Good times. So they eventually reconciled, and they ended up doing songs together, and I'm pretty sure they're cool to this day. I don't know. But Jay-Z's one of those guys, man. He'll throw a little slick line in there every once in a while. I'll be like, damn, are they still friends? Because he said something in a song, and I'm like, damn, is he going at Nas, dog? Like, wait, this was like not too long ago either, you know? But who knows? Hip-hop is so funny. But, man, I love hip-hop, and I love a good diss track, and there are so many out there. I mean, I could do another part 2 if I really wanted to, you know, of other diss tracks. But those are the ones that I could think of off top that I really, really love. The Bridge Wars, the South Bronx versus Queensbridge, Real Mother Effing G's by Eazy-E, and that beat. Like, come on, oh my goodness. Man, it's a knockout. Definition original, baby gangsta. I mean, come on, dog. That whole song just all together just gets me excited. Pause. What about Calling Out Names, man? I said Calling Out Names by Corrupt. That's one that's probably not on too many conventional top 10 lists, man. Calling Out Names. Mother D, Mother M. Only X I know is Exhibit, a RBX extraordinary. You can take my beat. You can have my beat. To beat getting rich. Just to come to the West Coast and get stripped down. Beat to all over. Cause yeah, he says the B word too much, and YouTube doesn't like the B word. But man, that's a good one. He said, I don't give a F. Catch me in the all blue chucks. Gang bang the F out. Only thing I like to ride rough is Eve. The only thing I like that ride rough is Eve. He said the Rough Riders, all y'all suck. The only thing I like that ride rough is Eve. And she was a shit at the time. And the rest of y'all mothers could give rhymes with D. I mean, come on, dog. So we had that, right? What else did I say? I said Record Haters by E40, going at AZ, going at Rasheed Wallace. I mean, that song right there, man. If you haven't checked out Record Haters, because that's one that's not on many people's conventional top 10 diss song list, check out Record Haters by E40. Let's see. We just said Ether, classic. Hit 'Em Up, Tupac. I mean, come on. Those two usually will be on most top 10 lists, right? F with Dre Day, man. Come on. That beat, dude. Arguably Dre's second highest charting song, I would think, would be F with Dre Day right after Nothing But a G Thing. So yeah, that one will be, he's going after Luke. He's going after Tim Dog, who said F Compton, right? And then obviously going after Eazy-E. But let's see, who else? Yeah, those are mine, man. And there's a lot of them out there. I could have mentioned the Eminem versus Ja Rule, and they were going at it. 50 Cent versus this. You got Beanie Siegel versus Jadakiss. I'm gonna have to do a part 2, man. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. It's official. As I'm thinking this, like, we just touched the surface on diss songs. I'm gonna definitely do a part 2. I do appreciate you. Let me know if you want to hear a part 2, man. If you want to hear a part 2 and you made it this long, comment down below. Yes, Dusty Vision, drop a part 2. No, Dusty Vision, we good. We don't need another motherfucking diss, an hour of you talking about disses. So just let me know, man. I will follow the lead. You know what I mean? If the numbers are up, and it makes sense, I'm going to do it again. But speaking of the numbers being up, man, I just hit 15 million views on my channel. And I'm so happy, and I just want to thank you guys, man. If you would have told me when I first started doing this thing consistently that I would even have 1 1 million views on my channel, I'd be like, you're crazy, let alone 15 million views. So I got to thank you guys, man. I'm just going to keep putting out good product. I hope it's good. I'm assuming it's good because you guys keep coming back. So I'm going to just keep doing it, man. My numbers aren't where I want them to be. I truly believe there are invisible arms that are keeping me from growing and growing, but this is all organic, and I'm proud of my organic growth, and I'm going to keep it pushing. You know what I mean? And I definitely like doing these live shows with you on Saturday, 6 p.m. Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone else in the middle and fucking Arizona and all y'all got to figure that shit out yourself. Whatever time zone is adjust. But, you know, I like doing these live, man. Just to get interact with the chat, interact with y'all, and just, you know, let you guys know, you know, my history coming up and my story, man. This is all part of my story, dude. This is all part of my story, you know. These are things that excite me, and I'm just glad I get to sit back and I have a platform to be able to discuss stuff like this. But I truly appreciate you guys more, man, because if you didn't tune in, if you guys didn't get me to 15 million views, I wouldn't be doing this, you know. And it's not really about the money. Yeah, I make a little bit of money every month, which is, it's nice. It pays a couple bills, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hating on it. Keep bringing it in, you know. But if it were about the money, I would have quit this a long time ago. It's more about just talking and just, you know, talking about my life. This is part of my life, and diss records and diss songs were part of my life, man. And I still get excited in 2024, just as excited as I got when I heard The Bridge Is Over in 1986. So thank you for going down this journey with me. I will continue. I shall continue. And I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.